Welcome back to my baby dolls in their fluffy slippers. What's going on with Blast? You know, your bum might get blasted with this because it's the same game every single time. They come in, they copy what something else works out there. They don't give the coins to the community. They keep it for themselves. They distribute it out slowly. And then surprise, surprise, they pay the influencers, marketing managers, and exchanges to hype it up when they need to exit. And that coincidentally lines up with a Bitcoin top. And now suddenly the investors are buying the top and getting wrecked. Is it going to happen with this? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just telling you. I'm like, oh, golly gee, we're doing this whole game again for the 1,000th time. How are there people still participating in these? I don't know. Now, they try to make a new scheme every time to get everybody in, and they did make a good scheme for this one. It's basically bridge your coins in and we'll give you points. So bridge your Ethereum in, we'll give you points, and you're providing liquidity technically for the ecosystem, and so we'll give you points. It's going to be worth some sort of airdrop, yada yada. Now, what are they actually doing here? Well, Blast, they call themselves a layer 2 chain with native yield backed by Paradigm. All right, first friend, just avoid these trash people, okay? Avoid everything in Paradigm. Don't look at anything these guys touch. Just stay away. You can tell, for example, on Paradigm's website, they have Citadel Securities, Coinbase, they're in Compound, they're in Cosmos, they're in DYDX, blah, 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 blah. Here's the common theme. The common theme is they're the insiders. You and I aren't. They get all the prices that you dream of. You don't get anything. You pay a premium and you get wrecked. Okay, so they even have synthetics. Oh, wow, they're in Uniswap. Yay. I mean, see all these friends, all these different things. It's the same thing every single time, isn't it? So a lot of people, what they've been doing is, I'm not doing this. You can do what you want. They bridge money in. They're going to get the points. They hope it's worth something in the future. Congratulations. But it's something interesting because you're going to learn something today. You're going to learn how the crypto industry really works. All right. And how it really works is when you see Blast literally being poop diarrhea blasted all over Twitter, now you know why. They gave insider ICO access to large crypto follower accounts. All right. Now, I'm here as a messenger to tell you how the game works. Okay. The names you see here, I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to label them. I'm not here to say it's good or it's bad or it's even neutral. It doesn't matter. They're literally a fart in the wind. All right. Now, if you're a bit smart, you might put them on like your high alert list. You go, okay, if these guys say anything positive about this coin, I'll know why. That is something you got to do. But I promise you right now, you run out of breath because every single person in crypto is biased along to their bags. Every single one. Even Soy Boy Bear Cucks, they're also biased, friends. They want everything to go down minus 99% so they can buy because they're maxis in stablecoins, okay? But this is how the game works. The game works by them giving allocations, and then they say, hey, you like my coin, right? Why don't you let your followers know how excited you are? And then they do. But in the midst of the bull market, there's so many new people coming in the past that the voices of reason get drowned out because you're then seen as a hater. People will say you're jealous, you're envious, you don't want us to win, you're already doing well, you don't want anybody else to get next to you. This person wants to FUD the bags to go lower. That's the type of stuff, friends. You hear this all the time. No, people put whatever narrative they want to just describe what's going on.
You will only create conflict.
Every single time. Every time. They'll just make up a story. And you know what, friends? You know they do. You know they do. When the candle goes up, it's the future of finance. They invented something. When the coin goes down, it's a scam. They rugged everything, of course. Okay, so that's what humans do. We always, when we see information, we attach a story. We always attach a story. We're always speculating in our minds. That's why markets were invented, really. We invented a financial vehicle, everybody else. All right, now, what's going to happen with these? So these are the influencers here, okay? And you're going to see, don't worry about who these people are, friends, because I'm just telling you right now, by the way, CL, Mr. Carrot Liquor, he's a friend of the channel, follows me. Now, there's going to be new people in the next cycle. it's going to be new coins, and they're going to soft FUD and soft shill, and you're not going to know what's going on. These people, friends, see, you think, for example, that these people are going to come out and say, I like Blast. Blast, 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 buy the coin. You think that's what they're going to say. No, they're not going to say that. What they're going to do is they soft shill it. So they'll say like, hey, after I just bridged in, I did a handstand and I sent my nudes to, my girlfriend, whatever it is. I use this chain. That's what they say. That's how they soft promote it, okay? Because, you know why? Because these people, they all know, friends. If you talk to them, by the way, I've listened to their interviews and read their interviews. They bag out shillers, okay? So they, to their audience, they can't come out and say, I like this coin, buy my coin. They don't say that. They got to do creative ways to do it. And that's what they get paid for, right? By the way, Rollbit, the casino, some people were doing the same thing too. They were saying, oh, I went and made an account, yay. But really, they were getting paid like, 60 grand a month to actually make the account, okay? They leave that part out now. So everybody's a shiller. Just that's the principle that you must live by is every single freaking person is biased. I know it's so hard to remember this all the time because you don't want to see everybody as a shiller, friends, but I'm telling you right now, do you want to round trip the next crypto bull market again? Huh? Do you? Do you want to get crushed beyond imagination again? Because I don't. All right. I'm here to win. Okay. I'm here to make the right decisions on average. You can't make every right decision. You just know on average, you make the right decisions, you end up binking it because your wins are bigger than the losses. So that's where I'm coming from. And I already know, I've already accepted that as the green candles come, friends, everything I've told you, like, subscribe, belly button, and press the bell button, all too. Okay. So every single thing I teach, I know as soon as the green candles come, baby, that's it. It's game over for the bears. It's game over for even bearish thoughts. You know that sell button? Banned. You're not allowed to talk negative about anything. That's what's going to happen. I'm ready for it. All right. So that's what these people have been gifted. These people have been gifted ICO insider access. And by the way, this happens every coin, everywhere else. Somebody gets gifted these things, but they got to work for it, right? So this is what happened in 2021. But this is where we get specific. All right. Specific, because the numbers are going to shock you. You understand? And I'm not making these numbers up. I'm telling you, this is what they did in the previous bull market. So are you here to be a loser? Are you scared of winning? Because I'm not scared of winning. I'm here to win. Right? Now, these people don't care if it's one, don't care if it's all, don't care if it's none of them. All right? I'm just telling you on average, they'll be telling you that coin that they got gifted, it's cheap at 2 billion. It's cheap at 3, at 4. It's even cheap at 10 billion. It's cheap because it's going to 100. You understand? Yes, you do understand, friend. That's why you're my friend. That's why you wear fluffy slippers. You have a straight back. You sit on a squeaky chair. You do understand. Why are they going to use the number 100 billion? It's because Coinbase hit 100 billion valuation roughly in the top of the bull market. 2021 IPO. 100 billion valuation, okay? It's a nice round number, isn't it? Market caps do matter. People look at market caps. But here's the sad part. See how I've already said the word 100 so many times? 100 billion. 100 billion. Just slammed it in your head. Now that it's anchored in your mind, what you don't know is people are immediately selling 2 billion, 3, 4, 5. Those same people who said it's going to the moon, they're getting out. Now, I've actually known, I can't go into any details. I've got to respect people's privacy when they tell me these stories. But I'm telling you, I know for a fact in these groups, there's 2 things you got to know. One, they do laugh behind everybody's backs when they do it. Okay, they do. But also, number 2, some of them hold the whole way. They don't get out. And they round trip their bags too. All right. So I'm not here to tell you to judge. I'm just here to tell you it's a game. It's always a game. And there's a game within the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if all these people who got given these accesses, there's additional people. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in some sort of group later on. They kind of know each other. And the groups also might have groups. And a little clique and a little club gets formed. You know what's amazing in markets? Even though that these things happen and there's insiders trying to like scam the other insiders, even though it happens, markets still go up. Isn't it fascinating? But it makes sense, right? Because I've told you the amount of money that they print every year, and then the wealthiest people get in, the wealthiest people get sick of selling because they don't want all that cash, because they don't need all that cash. So they just buy and hold over the long run, and there's more people being born, joining in the system with high growth rates. So over time, yes, these things do go up. But in the short run, when you're looking at this 1 or 2 year period where everything's going down, I know it's very hard to imagine these things eventually turning. But now you're learning, now you get to see, no matter what happens with these are the types of things you got to learn. What are other YouTubers talking about when it comes to Blast? They're talking about, what's the valuation you can get? Oh my gosh, I trust these people. I trust all of them. Tell them they are poopy McPoopheads. That's a wrong lesson to be learning here. Shame on them. They're doing the same game. They're going to crush everybody all over again. They're literally acting like everybody didn't just lose all their money from following the same garbage before. It's the same trash. They copy paste what kind of works. They try to get a higher valuation so they can grift and exit somewhere. But how are they exiting? Well, you know how they're exiting, friends. They're exiting through the green candles of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin has a green monthly candle combo after each other, you now get more people wanting to exponentially put their money in. You get the exchanges backing them. You got everything being shilled. That's how they can exit. Now, obviously, I don't know how high this valuation of Blast is going to go, but I'll just tell you right now, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm going to look at the tokenomics. I'm just telling you right now, if you err on the side of caution, you're going to do all right. Here's the interesting thing, though. You're going to learn this, friends. Blast is new. It's a cycle 1 coin. It's worth looking at, right? So isn't it interesting? You might think it's a bit of a contradiction. You go, hang on, you just told me to watch out with my belly button and keep my belly button protected. And now you're telling me if the jelly beans are yummy, you might take a bite. Yes, this cycle 1 coins, friends. These are the types of things you have to remember. The game isn't about whether predicting, this thing you're in is going to be around in 5 to 7 years. It's not that game. Unfortunately, crypto works differently. The game of crypto is, okay, can these people convince enough innocent retailers to lose all their money with them? Can they? I'm looking at some of these names here, and I think they can. I want to know how much they paid, for example, Gainsey. I want to know how much they paid him. They probably paid him a lot. So I'm just telling you, friends, all these people, they're respected Twitter people, etc., etc. So, friends, I'm not scared of anybody. Okay, I'll take the other side of everyone. I don't really care. But I'm just telling you right now, you can't look at this and completely ignore it. You go, well, they probably got bribed pretty good, So this is why you're looking at these through this lens of mine. You're saying, well, on one hand, it's an insider piece of trash scam and they're all going to dump. On the other hand, you are a cycle 1 coin, a new idea. They have a buzzword. Ooh, native yield. The layer 2 in native yield. Don't worry about that. It's all a bunch of baloney, okay? But I'm just telling you, it can attract emotional money. It can. Doesn't mean it will. I'm just saying it can. So this is where you're starting to level up in crypto because you're seeing all these coins. Now you get to see the power of a cycle 1 coin, right? Even though I'm pretty sure, you know what? I know how this thing ends. I know this is going to be an absolute disaster in the next bear market. But before that bear market comes, there's a rise up. So this is where you have to decide how much you want to participate. Now, I don't even know any of the tokenomics of the coin. When's it going to come out? What's the float going to be? How's the distribution going to be? All these new things to learn. Doesn't matter. But you're learning something here, man. Everybody tends to learn the wrong lessons at the wrong times. Okay? So people who think this is really good, they're going to get wrecked. But people who think it's really bad and they should ignore it, they're also going to get wrecked. We've got to be that interlap in the middle. They go, you know what? You're trash, but you might be shiny enough to present juicy opportunity for 2024. We're going to keep our eyes out for this one. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget to tell mum and dad we will be hydrated today. Drink a lot of water, friends. Catch you soon.